Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a quick video on how I do my bows because I've seen the question of bows come up a couple of times in our group. And if what I do helps somebody, then great, because I know sometimes they can be challenged until you get like a good technique down for yourself. So here's my pearl head pin, and then I've already put my hanger on it. So just attaching it, around to be the hanger. And then this I measure when I cut it about like 6.5 inches or so because it doesn't make it too long. My first layer of my bow, which is actually, the top layer when it's hanging, is about 7 inches. And I cut for this one 3 of those, so 3 7-inch pieces of ribbon. And I put them on very much like I do the hanger. So I just loop it around one end, and then I again loop it around so it makes a loop, and then I kind of flatten it and identify where about the halfway point is, and then just stick it through like that. And I just don't have the precision in measuring to be able to do it from one long length of ribbon. I know some people can do that. I'm not one of them. So I cut, however many lengths of ribbon that I need to get the bow looking the way that I want it to look. And I just repeat that over and over again. And then as I piece them, see that? As I piece them, I will just adjust them so that they kind of fill in holes. So here's the first part so far. I'll do this one here as well. Try not to stick myself with my pin. So there's the first layer of my bow. And then the next one for this is going to be this black ribbon. And this one I measured just over 7.5 inches. So I try to make them just a little bit, tiny bit longer each time for each layer. That way the bow has some depth to it. And again, so here's, you can see it's a little darker here. So I've gone through and I've looped it around the pin, and then I'm gonna just fold it in half and kind of eyeball where my halfway point is, and then I just hold on to that and then stick it through. And so there's another piece. And I just do everything on one pin. So I haven't had any issues with them sliding out. I do glue my pins into my ball when I'm done. So I haven't had any issues with the bows coming off or anything like that. Around. And this is the best way I've also found, like if you have a one-sided piece of ribbon, that you can kind of make it so that it's all visible. So here, so far, super pretty. And then on this last, so I'm doing these are 3 each, these layers. And then my last layer, which is this snowflake one, I cut to about 8 inches. And this one is one-sided, and I cut 4 pieces of that. So the bottom layer will be the fullest and have the largest loops on it as well. So again, I have my circle that I've made, and I just squish it down at about the middle and then stick my pin through it, and I end up with a nice even loop. So I'll do this 3 more times on mine. Two. I'm sure other people will do it this way. I don't think I'm showing off anything revolutionary here, but this is what works for me and helps me maintain an even look across the board. And one more time, I'll just show you. So here's my loop, and then I squish it flat. And then there's my bow. Super pretty, and my hanger. And then if I was gonna put a charm on here, I would just stick it, I use split rings to make a chain, and then I stick it, you know, onto the end here. And then to glue it, I generally just stick my pin inside this E6000 and just pop my bow on where I want it. And I haven't had any issues with it. I know some people say that it couldn't eat the styrofoam, but I don't think it's not really getting into the styrofoam so much as it's just sort of holding everything in place there. So this is the ornament it's going to. And I've got a lot of fabric to work through, but now I'll just twist on my hanger and kind of fluff everything. And there she is. Pretty, pretty. So that's how I like to do my bows. And I'm very obsessed with 3-tier bows right now. So hopefully it helps somebody. Happy making, ornament girls.